So 99 Kiké Hernandez came out the other week during the postseason programs, but today on Twitter, MLB The Show announced that they're upgrading his attributes permanently because he's having a very good postseason. So now Kiké Hernandez got a boost in his attributes, and he looks like a really legitimate endgame type card now. So what we're gonna do, let's go through the new attributes, see how much it's gonna affect the use of this card, and go position by position. Give him some comparisons of players that you may have tried and are currently using on your team. And I'm going to try to sell you on why this guy should be given a go in your God Squad lineup at this point in the game. Even in the end game part of this game where we have tens of really good players at each position. Let's get into it. So this is Kiké Hernandez's new attributes. He got a boost in contact, power, and vision. The contact versus righties was already 125, I believe. So we got +4 contact versus lefties, +10 power versus righties, and then +5 power versus lefties. So now he's all above 110 hitting attributes, which is elite. That is like end game level card right there. The vision is 90 as well, so it gets a little bit of a boost from his 85 he had before. And I am someone that truly thinks vision is more important than people make it out to be. So 90 is more than enough. And in the diamond defense and center field, the card is super fun. And honestly, I'm not sure which position he's going to be the best in. He's definitely a good outfield option. If for some reason you don't like Hank Aaron, maybe you try Willie Mays and don't like him. If you're searching for that outfielder, I think he is more suited off in the corner outfield, even though he takes a little bit of a downgrade to gold defense. Just those hitting attributes are very well rounded and great versus both sides. And I think that he's going to be more of a suitable option in the outfield, say than someone like Matt Kemp. I would definitely use Kiké over someone like him. Jared Kelenic, definitely would be using him. If for some reason you're rocking live series Mike Trout, I know there are a lot of menaces out there that do that, but just look at how they compare to each other. Kiké has the contact boost. He's way better versus lefties. Gets the vision. The only thing that Trout really has over him is like the speed. And this is P5 Mike Trout, albeit. And yes, Trout gets solid quirks. That's big, but Kiké also gets a couple quirks, like day player and pinch hitter. So if you're somebody who's using him off the bench, I would definitely put Kiké on there over Trout. But if there's anything wrong with Kiké, it is the 63 speed. It's not the best. And in center field, I think that is a position where you really want the high speed. It'll kind of make up for any like weird animations and such you may see. Allow that center fielder to get to a lot of fly balls in the gap. So this is why I like guys like Mickey Mantle, Trey Turner, and so on in center, because they're high speed. This is still a good corner outfielder. That arm strength is good enough to put in right field. He'll be downgraded to gold defense if you don't have any parallels on him. But just get him 3 parallels up and he'll be back to diamond defense there. And the 63 speed won't hurt you in left or right field, really. So it's a good like lead up option until we get like our 99 Mike Trout, 99 Ken Griffey Jr. Like we have a lot of end game outfielders left. So he's a good lead up card until that point. However, where I think this card is going to be the most valuable is the middle infield. He can play second base and shortstop. He can also play third base, but I think at this point in the game, people are rocking guys like Chipper Jones, maybe Nolan Arenado, but I think are likely better options. But in the middle infield, I think there is a lot of room for that best shortstop, second base. A lot of people are using like a variation of like Wander Franco, Honus Wagner, maybe some people rocking Tim Anderson still. Trey Turner has been used for a while. A lot of people are rocking them at short. At second, you see a lot of Mookie Betts, and while Mookie is still probably the guy, people are also rocking Jackie Robinson, Jazz Chisholm. A lot of options in these two positions, but I don't think there's anyone super duper good like we have in the outfield and corner infield at these positions. So I think Kiké, he can kind of swoop in and take that spot. We'll put him at shortstop. This is where he stands in comparison to our other shortstops. The hitting is in every way better than Wander Franco. And while the defense is slightly worse and the speed is definitely lower, it's really not that much of a difference. Like the fielding is actually the same without any parallels on Wander Franco. It's just the arm accuracy is a little lower. The arm strength is a tad bit lower. And he's just slower. In comparison to Honus Wagner, yes, Honus has very comparable contact and obviously has the speed and defense, but does not have that level of power. Barry Larkin, who I have been loving, again, doesn't really have that level of hitting attributes in comparison to Kiké. Just has the advantage in power versus lefties, which in this point in the game, I don't feel like you face many lefties. But again, the other shortstops will have that advantage in speed and very likely defense. And if you're rocking Trey Turner out there, this is how he compares to him. And other than, again, the speed that Trey has, this card really beats him in every way. And then you compare him to our second baseman here. He has significantly more power than Jackie Robinson. He's very, very close to Mookie Betts, despite this little comparison looking really, you know, down for a Kiké. You know, the hitting attributes are very close. The power is just a tad bit short, especially without parallels on Mookie. But he does, again, have the power advantage versus righties, which in this point in the game, you face more righties than lefties, I find. The defense is just a little bit worse. Again, all that really matters is that he can eventually get to Diamond, or he does have Gold for a while. So I think that this Kiké, if you don't have Mookie, is a good lead-up option to him. Matt Carpenter, this is how he compares to him. He's better in every other way than the power in comparison to Carpenter. A lot of people are still looking for those really good shortstop second base options. So I think Kiké really fits that spot right now, to be honest with you. He should be played, if you have him, at one of these two positions. I would say preferably second if you can, if you don't have Mookie Betts there. And if you do have Mookie, then rock him at short. I would give him really a good go. The high contact will really play in the high difficulties in the game. The power is elite versus righties. If you get him parallel 5, he's nearly 125, 125. And at these two positions, there's just not that big elite level of power. And when there is that level of power, you guys like Ernie Banks, which really aren't bad, but he's an inning boss with Willie Mays. But also, again, Kiké is more well-rounded. He's got the better contact versus both sides in comparison to Ernie. And the only thing that Ernie has the advantage in is basically the 122 power versus righties. And they're very similar speeds. They're slow. Again, pretty comparable again. So if you are someone who is looking for an option on your team, someone who's been looking for a middle infield player just to do well with. Maybe you've been rocking Wander for a while and you haven't found anyone better. Maybe you tried Honus Wagner. He's kind of swung a noodle for you. I think Kiké Hernandez can find a spot in your lineup if you're looking for that versatile type player, or a spot on your bench, especially with that pinch hitter quirk. Could be a great defensive substitution type guy late in the game. Maybe you're running someone with bad defense. You want to have that good defender as an option on your bench, or just a good pinch hitter. There is no reason to not really give this Kiké Hernandez a good go. I don't know if I'm going to start him on my God squad, but he's definitely going to be playing at least on my alt squad because I'm having a lot of fun with Barry Larkin for now. And my bench is definitely very stacked as is. But there is definitely a way to get this card on your team, and I recommend giving him a go with this attribute boost. So let me ask you, if you're running someone at shortstop, who are you rocking? Who do you plan on getting? Who are you waiting for? Because I think Kiké should be a great middle infield option to lead up to those endgame guys like, say, Tatis, Bo Bichette, and future players we have yet to get. And I really recommend giving him a go, and it's been fun to watch him play and mash in his postseason. But that's going to be it for this video. I know this is a short one, but I need to show some love to this Kiké Hernandez card because I really don't think enough people showed him love at first. But with this attribute boost, he should really be on your team in some way, shape, or form, or at least you should be giving him a try. I appreciate you all again watching this video. We'll be back again with more videos later in the week, giving you all good information, stuff from the MLB The Show, trying to help you all get better at the game. So make sure you're subbed, turn on that notification bell to keep up with all of that. If you want to see me stream, I'm going to be playing this game today. I'm going to try to get Kiké on my alt account, like I said. I'm not going to give him a go on there because my God squad is definitely in a very good spot right now. And I'm having fun with basically everyone on this team. So we'll try him, give him a good go on the alt team. And if he does really well, he'll probably be my shortstop until some of the end game guys come out. That's going to be it. I appreciate you all watching. And I'll see you all again in the next video. Deuces.